Yo, we're live. Well, hang on, I might have to run ads again. I know I just ran ads, but Stream Manager is telling me I didn't. At least we're early so that I can run ads again, but it'll be annoying. So we'll start closer to about the actual time, closer to closer to whatever time 30 UDC. See, I already ran a minute 30 seconds manually, but it also didn't register the very first ad that was going to run. So I have to wait for that very first ad to run, which will take it starts in 2 minutes 45 and then it'll take a minute 30 to run. So get your practices in now, folks, because this is sure to be one heck of a match. Let me also, since I've got 5 minutes, I'll go ahead and promote this. Oh, what? Oh, that makes sense. I'm not signed up for Bronze. Bronze has already started their division that I'm currently in. Alright, we got ads starting in 1 minute. And then we'll have to wait even longer for the ads. Tomello, I did the math, I only get like 1 cent per minute of ads that I run. That is not sustainable at all. I don't know how these people like Hasanabi and Kaisenat have like regularly 15,000 viewers, and they can get by off of running, you know, even just a significant amount of banner ads. Yeah, 1 cent better than 0 cents. That is the truth. Yeah, subs and donations, because those you get the equivalent money. It's not like, I mean, Twitch takes a little bit in the payout, but you get most of what you get by having someone pay for subs and donations, which I can't knock Twitch for that. I remember Mart's gifted the subs that he gifted a minute ago, and I was like, oh fuck, now I've got $18. Alright, ad starting soon, but is it actually starting soon? I'm gonna assume that I am good on ads now. I'm gonna assume that one has either ran or is running and will be over shortly. So, I am going to say that I'm ready, if y'all are ready. Tomello has higher PB, so they have first level select. Silver is 15-18. So whatever y'all are ready, just get readied up on whatever Tomello picks for level select on A-type. Alright, 18 all the way, hell yeah. Yeah, Snowy, come join us in bronze again. Both players ready, game number 1 counting down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Let's take actually a quick look at that, at the standings. Oh yeah, these games are gonna be really important for both Snowy and Tomello. Tomello sitting at 32 points, Snowy at 35. Both players with significant relegation chances here. Snowy kicks things off with a Tetris. Tomello fills in that long bar dependency. Snowy having to sneakily fill in a long bar dependency of their own. Long comes for Snowy. Snowy getting a Tetris up to 72k at this point. Tomello at 54,000 with that Tetris. Snowy set up and ready. Snowy gets the lumbar over. Is on a tear this game. Tomello taking a burn with that L. Snowy getting a J-tuck into a Tetris, sitting at 142. Tomello sitting 61,000. Tomello, I believe, is actually ahead in lines. So if Snowy can keep this pace up, they should be well in for this first game. Pushing the lumbars over to the left. Using the next one that comes to get a Tetris. Tomello also throwing a lumbar over. Ooh, over shifting of a T though. We'll take a triple. Snowy with some skims off the top. Gets the well open with that T. Ooh, covers up where they needed to get a piece in to get Tetris ready, now having to build on top of it. 200k to 133. Snowy's board in a bit of danger here. Gets a lumbar over. Has a spot for another lumbar, but one just not coming, and Snowy will top out to 204. Tomello, 204 is your chase down. 204. Currently sitting 157. That Tetris brings to 180. So one and maybe just one. Lumbar comes. 202, not quite. One more line, probably. Yeah, that'll do it. We are good. Tomello takes game number 1. I need to get better at my on-the-spot Tetris math. Alright, both players ready. Wasting no time here, getting game number 2 underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Tomello with a couple of nooks in the board. Snowy banging Tetris number 1 of the match. Snowy Tetris number 2. Snowy off to a cleaner start, but also not necessarily great pieces. Tomello gets the well open with the Lombard. We'll get a triple there to bring the stack down. Oh, Tomello set up for a dirty Tetris if a Lombard can come. Takes good skims, keeps the well open. Lombard comes, Tomello with a Tetris in column 5. Oh, really good digs to keep the well open. Tomello hopefully abandoning the center well now in favor of a right well, but sitting at 69, Snowy is at 144 plus a Tetris. Well, Tomello did abandon the center well, but now is faced with a pretty unhealthy eye dependency, which just happens to be a Tetris. Ooh, and had to cover it right as the Lombard came. Snowy with a right well Tetris, 214. Tomello taking a triple, trying to make pieces happen here. Tomello with another dirty Tetris, bringing the well back down. Finally get it shifted back over to the right. Sitting at 111, Snowy at 259. Just about at the halfway mark here. Snowy another Tetris. Snowy not, oh no, that wouldn't have been a perfect Corian setup. It wouldn't have been horrible for that LJ that came, but Snowy's board probably seeing the best benefit of that positioning. The players just stacking away here. Snowy having to throw a Lombard over to the left, having the well covered. Tomello a hole in the stack, preventing them from being able to nail a Tetris, having to take a split triple, potentially going to build up for a Tetris on top of it. Yep, Lombard comes just in time, even uncovers that hole in row number 1. Oh, Snowy having to being cursed with the gets a Lombard right as the well just gets covered disease. Has been doing exceptionally well this game as we approach line number 100. Snowy, another Tetris. Tomello getting the board all the way down to the bottom, sitting at 232. Snowy with a 150,000 point lead. Tomello, that L and that that L and that I helping immensely to keep the stack at medium height, has the well open. Stacking really well, waiting on a Lombard to come. Oh, Lombard came right as the well got plugged up with a J. Both players knocking Tetris down. Tomello saying yes, finally. Snowy transitions 504. Tomello, one more transition in the bag. Will transition with this Tetris at 320. Not a score to sneeze at by any means, but Snowy has just been on fire this game. Tomello getting a Tetris on 19. Snowy having to take some doubles and triples as the Lombard still has not come yet. It finally comes, but their board not set up to accommodate it necessarily well. It's a Lombard over to the left. Oh, and Tomello's board is going to crumble at 366. Snowy at 535. Good for game number 2. Insane game. Snowy, feel free to play this out if you want. This is a really good game. Oh, and that will do it for Snow at 577. Is that potential comp PB Snowy? Or what is, how close was that to comp PB? Because that was a really good game. Nowhere close. Nice. Heard. Nice. Nice. Alright, well we got both players ready for this game number 3. Let's get y'all going in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off. We got Snowy with a Tetris. We got Snowy with another Tetris. We got Tomello waiting on a Lombar. We got Tomello finding a Lombar. Having to get set up for the next Tetris with an Akibar. But we'll bank Tetris number 2. Snowy set up. Snowy, not anymore, set up. Tomello's board, just looking for some kind of resolution. Tomello, there's a cat about to attack you. Hope you're ready for it. Sitting at 106, Snowy is at 66. Despite Tomello's board state, he's been doing quite a bit better. Snowy's board reaching a bit close to the sky, able to get that Lombard over where it's needed. Tomello, some really good tucks to save the board. Snowy has the well open. Snowy with a Tetris ready board. Tomello's board back close to the ground. Snowy with a Tetris. The gap is 20k. And Tomello is just as close to getting a Tetris. It's actually set up in column 8. Finds a Lombard, gets it, puts it in column 8. We'll do it again. Gets a pretty good ball transfer out of it as well, sitting at 171, Snowy at 152. This suddenly turned into quite a game. Both players able to pull it together. Oh, as I say that, Tomello misshifting an L. Oh, and could not put the pieces together. It's pops at 172, Snowy at 179. Will take this game number 3. Goes up 2-1. Knocks down one more Tetris. Yeah, those were not fun pieces throughout that game for you. You did remarkably well with them, especially having gotten cleaned up. Bad games, great players. That's all I can say. Alright, we got ready. Let's get game number 4 counted down here in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Both players off. Snowy with a couple of not fun tucks. Not filling in, taking the triple with the J. Wanting to get set up in column 8. Is set up. This is a bold maneuver early in the game. Tomello set up for a Tetris here, needing a Lombard. Snowy getting the garbage uncovered, getting column 7 ready. Gets the Tetris, but now has a lot of weight over that right well that they're going to build around, I see. Tomello gets a right well Tetris. Snowy gets a Tetris in column 6. I think Snowy might be going for the get a Tetris in every well scenario. Could have taken the triple with the J to burn some of the right wall down, but Snowy is committed to the off center or well, this is opposite of off center, the on center wells. Tomello with the Tetris 1 row off the bottom, sitting at 108, Snowy at 65 at the same line count. Snowy now ready in column 5. Lamar comes for Tomello, 1 row off the bottom again. Lamar comes for Snowy in column 5. Could get a T-spin. Could not get a T-spin now. Tomello holding out for the 1 row off the bottom Tetris. I feel a lot safer about a 1 row off the bottom right wall Tetris than I do a ground level center well Tetris for some reason. Probably because right wall Tetrises are easier to maintain. Snowy doing quite a good job of maintaining this center well, though. Will be rewarded with a column 5 Tetris again. Now needs to bill out 6 through 10 to get Tetris ready again. At the halfway mark, Snowy sitting at 131, Tomello at 200,000 points. Snowy at column 5 Tetris. Great setup there to get the wall ready. We'll sink another Tetris. Tomello getting a Tetris on the right. Snowy getting another column 5 Tetris. Tomello shifting it up and getting set up on the left side. Has the well open, flings a lumbar over, gets a Tetris on the left. We are seeing all kinds of Tetris here today. Snowy a right well Tetris, abandoning the idea of center wells. The players set up pretty high boards waiting on Lombars. Snowy finds a Lombar. Tomello misrotating a Z, but getting the Lombar over just in time. Will need to do some creative things here with the board to get it down in time for transition in 20 lines. Snowy transitioning in about 10 lines. Snowy a Tetris on the right. Transitions at 383, Tomello sitting at 386 before transition. Oh, and those 3 squares will not do anything for Tomello. Up to 5 squares in 8 pieces. That will do it for Tomello at 394, Snowy at 411. Good for game number 4. We'll take the set. GG's, well played, players. Snowy, feel free to play this out as well. I'm gonna report this real quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and run another round of ads. So I will see y'all in 90 seconds. Alright, so after that match, Snowy with one game in the division left to go sits at 42 points. Tomello with 3 games left, sitting at 33 points. So this is huge. This is huge for Snowy. Snowy, I want to say, has to win this, because Richard and Abaro and Tomello. Well, Tomello still has 2 games left against Richard to play. And Richard's only at 8 games. Richard's at 36. Richard's not gonna move out of silver. But I'm good if y'all are good. I'm gonna get these hearts reset. We can get set 2 cracking. I think you both need to win this match. I'm gonna give so I'm gonna give you a refresh. You look like you were lagging a bit. Tomello, I'm gonna take your ready in chat to send that you're ready, and I'm gonna get y'all counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we have both players off. Both players singing their first Tetrises practically simultaneously. Hello, Abaro. Welcome, welcome. You're catching the beginning of set 2. Snowy with a Tetris up to 54k, tomello 37,000. Set 1 was a banger set. Snowy took it 3-1. Had some really good games. Snowy did. Tomello should be said also had some really good games, but Snowy was just it was a bit uncharacteristic. It was that good. I was taken aback, if you will. The players dropping down Tetrises. Snowy, a really good burn to get that hole uncovered where the Tetris was supposed to be set up. Gets the Tetris, goes to 153. Tomello trying to get the board set up, will sink one more Tetris, goes to 160. Snowy, a really good J-Tuck, goes up 200,000. Ooh, Snowy having to cover up the well as the Lombard comes. Taking some skims off the top just to keep the board from climbing too high. Lombard coming. Tetris for Snowy again. Tomello in between the two, also getting a Tetris. At just past halfway, we have Tomello 201, Snowy at 278. Snowy a T-spin setup. T not coming until 2 pieces too late. Snowy taking just a second to get this board built back into good scoring shape. Tomello with the well open. Tomello with the well reopened. Tomello with no Lombards. Tomello still with no Lombards. Where's the bar? Where's the bar? There's the bar. Tomello with a Tetris goes to 282. Snowy at 316. We are about neck and neck here going into 30 lines left. Snowy knocking down a Tetris. Tomello also getting a Tetris. Yeah, this is silver and bronze both are. I mean, silver has its own peculiarities. This, I feel like, is one of the more normal matches for silver, but I mean, look at bronze. I mean, it's gonna settle itself out whenever Violet goes to silver after the div ends, but if you had someone putting up like 450 transitions and 600k points in bronze. Oh, Tomello having a diving board. Will top out at 360. Snowy 399 with a Tetris. Good for game number 1 of set 2. Yeah, silver is such a huge div. Snowy topping out. Snowy, really good game.
Is this my destiny? I'm still walking, without hope, without a future. Where will this wasteland end? Maybe I'm dreaming. Let me wake up. Please let me wake up.
Alright, we got raised from both players. Game 2 coming to you in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Barrow saying, I think there's this point around an 850 PB for DAS players where the difficulty curve gets substantially steeper. I think I might be able to math through that, because I think I'm having an idea in my head of how that could work out, as Snowy drops Tetris number 1, tomello getting another Tetris number 1 as well. Because, think about it, the 18 runway is like 750 points, 750,000. Assume you get 60k, or sorry, 60% Tetris rate. That's 600k, high 550s. That's, yeah, plus a 250k 19, yeah. I'll be at that point. Give me till summer. I should have maxed out. If not, God, not maxed out, half maxed by then. I'm not maxing out anytime soon. I can feel it. I can sense it. The half max is coming. Snowy sitting at 87,000, tomello 49,000 at about the same line count. Both players having to take just quite a long minute to get the board situated. Lombard's not being very forgiving to Snowy. I think I'm to the point where I have to start on 18 starts now in order to even get anywhere. Because 15's runway is only like 470, and I don't know if I'm gonna get anywhere near 80 or 85% Tetris rate on 15. Yeah, I should. I'm starting to make 18 the level that I practice on. See, I'm stuck between wanting to PB and wanting to PB from 18. You know? Like, I'll be happy if I can get a 404 just to say that I got the PB from 18 as opposed to having got it from 12. 18 PB is just past 200k right now. Speaking of just past 200k, Snowy at 247, tomello at 87k. Both players sinking Tetrises though. But yeah, my 18k PB is 202 on 57 lines. So my 18 lines PB is also 57 lines. Snowy with a really well set up board here, but the Lombard just taking its time coming. I have not hit a 19 transition from an 18 start. I have not done that. A borrow. That's where you're wrong. I can't line out. 18. That 50 lines was a godsend for me. But that just means I have to play so much more 18 to get used to it. What is that? What is that quick map? That's 130 lines. It's 40. It's 800 points a line. I don't know. I'll try it. I do need to be extremely cautious of what I'm doing in the next couple days because I do have a bit of wrist issue. By the way, players, I hope you've been paying attention of your lines because you're close to transition. One more Tetris will get you there. Snowy transitions with that Tetris at 418. Tomello will transition with this double at 270. Yeah, I'm wanting to, like, I'm wanting to do the smart thing and not play Tetris and, you know, give it time to heal and not potentially exacerbate any of the injuries if I have any injuries or whatever. But at the same time, I want to play Tetris. Snowy's board is climbing. Lombard will not come. We'll top out at 454. Tomello, you are in quite the chase down now, sitting on level 21. 454 is your chase down. It is very doable. But agreed, a Tetris or two is going to be necessary. Tomello built up, gets the Tetris. All but 2 Minos left on the board. Has the wall open, gets another Tetris. Oh my goodness, Tomello clutching it out here. 3 Tetrises. Has about 30 lines left, but gets set up. This is textbook. Tomello says, I got you. Tomello said, hold my beer. Tomello, that will do it actually. Good for game number 2. Chases it down. Gets it done. That. Take notice. That's how you do it. Yeah, Yeah, tomello, feel free to take this kill screen. I want to see. I want to see some. I want to see 30. I want to see 31. Oh, Swedish Chef. Welcome to the chat. Oh, tomello. Could not get it. Wanted, I think, one more line to get the kill tris, but got it done. Takes it to two games, one apiece. Yeah, these two have been incredibly matched. Oh yeah, no, please, that was such a good chase down to have. Anybody would be proud of that chase down. Yeah, you just gotta win the next bronze division and then get bumped right back up to silver. Both players ready, let's get the Alcana down for game 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, I mean, the division I'm in already has us to face 10th and new upstart Violet, who has so far put on a clinic in our bronze div. So I feel bad for the next bronze players that will have to face either of these two fine folk, or whoever else gets relegated from the next silver div. Snowy so far putting on quite the showing here. 114. tomello sitting at 75. I'm going to defer to Aparo to explain conditional relegation. As far as I know, it's just if you don't get a certain number of points, then you relegate back down to whatever division that is underneath you, unless you're in bronze, which has no relegation. Bronze is the lowest you can relegate into. Snowy a Tetris, tomello a Tetris. 40k the difference here. I couldn't tell you mathematically how the number for what the condition actually is, but I can tell you that that is the premise of how it works. tomello not gonna touch down, Snowy getting one. Yeah, Abaro is the correct, I don't even know what you would call this, what Abaro does with getting the scheduling mattered. But they're incredibly good at it, and they have quite a better understanding for it. Abaro, is there anything in mind for just forcibly reassigning players based on how correct they are if they've been stuck in a division? I'm not saying this is currently a case, but can you see it happening to where people will just have to be, like, say Isn't there a max out player playing in bronze? Can you imagine them just bouncing back and forth enough to where something will have to, I don't know. I'm talking with no knowledge of how the system works. That's right, that's right. I think what was the name of it? Fastlane or something similar? These players have been just consistent in their gameplay. Tomello 329, Snowy 362. Both players approaching the 100 line mark. Somebody named Joey Parker is apparently involved in something like that. Whoever that is. I'm assuming that's some movie reference I don't get. I was bored a bit high. Gets the lumbar over to the left. Oh, could not get that one over. Oh, and that hang of a J will do it for Tomello 339. Snowy 454, good for game at number 2. Oh, not the nose edge. The nose edge doing it. I feel incredibly fancy whenever I get the pieces to where I don't have to rotate and I can do something with another hand, like adjust my headphones or something. It's I consider that a skill. People like Dog and Alex T, how they can just go for pieces at a time, even like dancing and rotating with one hand on 18 is bonkers. Bonkers, just like the Snowy game. Snowy's still going, Snowy at 585. Snowy said their comp PB is like 750 something. Yeah, 754 is their comp PB. We'll get closer to it, but we'll not chase that down. Tops out at 640. Killer game from Snowy here. It happens. You get in your head that, oh, I'm on a really good pace, and then you realize, uh-oh. Let's get game number 4 kicked off in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Snowy on the verge of taking it. Tomello trying to force a game 5. I don't know what that song was, but I'm glad it's over. That was definitely a song. Snowy, 2 touches is on the board. Tomello knocking down Tetris number 1. Folded laundry. Shout out to clean socks. I need to get another pair of socks. Because the socks that I have found myself wearing at work, I got rid of the pairs that I had. Like a fool, because I thought I was never gonna wear them. Oh, Tomello's board. Not looking hot, fresh, and crispy. We'll top out at 52k. Snowy. Good for game number 4. We'll take set number 2. Jeez. Tomello, my commiserations to you, my friend, but still played incredibly well there. Abaro and Swedish Chef, I'm good to take y'all, in just a hot second, actually. Who was home? Snowy was home. Yep, that brings Snowy out of relegation chance. Tomello at 79% relegation. We'll be seeing them in bronze. Thank you, Tomello, for the 100 bits. I'm gonna quickly run ads. I'm gonna get Abaro and Chef ready for their match. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I did this to loom like a big brother in the background. Alright, nerds, I'm back. I'm ready. We've got a hype train going. Snowy with the double 100 bits. Thank you, Snowy. Getting me closer to actually being able to get the money out of Twitch that I've made from streaming over the past 3 months. Which, speaking of, we are closing in on me having been in Classic Tetris for, believe it or not, 100 days already. Just over 3 months. That I have been pestering y'all. Chef saying I'm gonna do a bit of warming up. but is otherwise good. Sounds good to me. That is that is perfectly within reason. I mean, we're starting early, so it's not like we have a major time delay. Snowy, I'll be excited when I get to be a year in Tetris. That will be that will be after the American presidential elections. That's scary. Huh. Sure enough. You both are live. How about that? What do you know? I sent out a message in a bottle. I hope it finds both of you well. Oh, that's an Abaro stencil if I've seen one. Abaro does have glorious long hair. Oh, I'm dumb. I can't read. Yeah, Chef has or would have level select, but it's higher PB and y'all are doing 18 anyway, blah blah blah. This is quite a seed. It is 7B, 8B, 4B. But, good luck. Have fun. Ready from Abaro. on Chef's side, so let's get game number 1 cracking in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we have same pieces. Give me just a sec to just stencil on a borrow side. Both players with a Tetris on the board. That's better. Both players' boards getting a bit high right now. Lumbar not coming for a borrow. Oh, Barrow not getting that lumbar over to the left. We'll top at 32,000. Chef at 58. Good for game number 1. That's alright. That's the first game. It's like the first pancake. Who needs an early top-out streak? Alright, shoes are coming off for Abaro. It's getting serious. Crisscross applesauce is happening in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ooh, square line, the opener. Also realizing there's more to Abaro's screen. There we go. Both players with a Tetris on the board. Both players, 2 Tetrises on the board. I feel like a Subway announcer whenever I do that. Chef's board's climbing. Chef's board would love a long bar. Oh, but Chef's turn for an early top out at 47,000. Abaro 51. Good for game number 2. A quick exchange of games. Yeah, the crisscross applesauce. It's the pro gamer stance. It's ultimate aerodynamics. It's +3 power. Alright, we got a ready from Chef. Chef wanting to waste no time here. Summoning the energies of story time during kindergarten. We got readies. We got a game 3 coming at you in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off. Both players with Tetris on the board. We're rocking and rolling here. Chef with some some really good tugs. Taking some skims to keep the stack low as the lumbar is just not coming. Oh, early shifting of a T. Thought it would lock in. Did not in fact lock in yet. Chef, really good instinct to try to lay the bar flat, but will top out at 28,000. A bar of 60,000 takes game number 3. Tomello saying, "Ooh, that hurts." Yeah, it's not the game you want to play, but I'm sure Barrow's not gonna complain about the win. Barrow up 2-1 early in the set. Chef will need to take a decider here. 1 set speed run world record, any percent incoming. Game 4 is coming to your door in 4, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And we're off. Identical setups until that Z piece. This is a horrible song. Avaro with the first Tetris. Chef knocking one down as well. Chef built up, gets a Tetris. Barrow putting that L into 8 and 9, getting a Tetris out of it. The players separated by 5,000 points at the same line count. Chef having to work around double lombards. Oh, got the well open. Didn't, I don't think, realized it. Put the lombard over on the left. Got that lombard over to get that Tetris up to 98k. A bar sitting at 123. Oh, Chef not getting that J over. Will top out at 105. Had really good survival skills up until that point, but that will do it for set number. This one, I forgot which one this was. I think it's set 1. I don't think I've only reported 1 set so far. Where did my... Why did I minimize that? Oh, I also realized this isn't... No, this is Silver 34. Nice. Alright. Besties, give me 1 second to report this. In the meantime, enjoy 90 seconds of your favorite personalized advertisement material. Yeah! A borrow double advertised break. The real MVP. Are y'all in new seeds? F5, 6, F5A. F6, 6, F5A. Chef, how dare you? How dare you press it? Alright, well I'm good. Y'all are good. I don't think we would need to increment off of that. Nah, we're good. We don't need to increment. It was like 5 pieces. Nah, you're good, chef. Oh, we're fine. I'm good if y'all are good. I'm gonna start counting down. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I only figured it was the first, like, 5 or 6 pieces, which, even if y'all do build them the same, you will not be building them the same in 10 pieces. Filler's knocking down Tetrises, though. Chef with Tetris number 2 on the board, Barrow having to take a second to reconfigure the board to recombobulate it as it had gotten discombobulated. Barrow with a double burn gets the Tetris, goes to 55. Chef sitting at 91,000. As an I dependency gets filled in with an L. Gets those 2 squares over to the left. Gets the Tetris with a Lombard, but has an I dependency. In column 5, having to plug it in with a Z. Meanwhile, Barrow just taking time, getting the board back into position to be scored on. It's a Lombard getting a Tetris. Chef getting a dirty Tetris. 4 rows off the bottom, going to 147. Barrow, not really great pieces anywhere on the board for an S and a Z that came. Chef running into a bit of congestion here as well. Tomello says Barrow looks like they're playing harmonica. It's a strategy. It's certainly a tactic. Barrow has the well open, gets a Tetris, goes to 132. Tomello, though, Chef also sinking Tetris. Set up at 213, waiting on another Lombard to come. Gets the Lombard, gets the Tetris. We are at halfway. 80k is the difference between these two players. Oh no, good placement there for an S on Chef's side. That Lombard not going to get into the channel. We'll top out 258. Abaro 258 is your chase down. 258. Currently sitting 169. That is a 90k chase down. That is about 4 Tetrises and some change. Has about 40 lines before 19 to get it done. There's a mysterious white man walking down my neighborhood. Where are you going, kid? Hey now. Tetris for Abaro. Takes a triple. $20k is the difference. This Lombard, not quite for Abaro, who needs like one more line. That's all I need from you. Just there we go. Abaro good for game number 1. We'll drive it home with a Tetris and a triple. GG's, and GG's the 3rd time. We got readies. We got a countdown in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we have the same pieces. Would you look at that? Chef is already building 1 row off the bottom, having not shifted in a T early on, but gets a Tetris nonetheless. What the hell just... Was it a bird or a bee that just flew into my window? I think it was a bee. Chef, another dirty Tetris. Abaro getting Tetris number 2 on the right side. Chef with a T-spin setup, holding out for it. Oh, but Jesus Christ, all of the S's that come. Like, that wasn't an SC burst, that was an S burst. Over on Abaro's side, faring well, just trying to get the right side uncovered, sitting at 58. Chef with a couple Lombard dependencies, sitting at 66,000. A channel, a spire. Now 2. Oh, Chef is... This is such a drought going on, but Chef is managing it quite well. Taking skims off the top. I would have set that S and O up in the reverse order, but gets the triple to get the well open. It's actually turned it into a Tetris setup. Oh, but now we'll need the Lombard in column 1, and hangs it. That will do it for Chef at 77. Abaro at 59, playing harmonica, is good for game number 2. I think Abaro is... Yeah, was trying to get a Tetris out of that, but was good without it. So Abaro now knocking on the door of taking set number 2. Yeah, that was... Wow, is Colin here? That was a seed. One of the sets I've played. Alright. Let's get game number 3 going and leave game 2 in the past in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Chef with Tetris number 1. Amaru finding a Lombard, getting Tetris number 1 on their side as well. Tetris for Chef. Amaru taking the triple. Chef ahead by 10,000. Chef with a Tetris. Another Tetris for Chef. But Amaru knocking one down as well. 30,000 the difference here. Chef with the lead. Knocks down another Tetris. Chef gets another Lombard over. Paro has the well blocked as the Lombard comes. Trying to get it reopened. Chef getting nice pieces to bring the board back down. Baro also trying to get it re-regulated. Chef sitting at 209. Baro at 135 at just about halfway. Really good burn there from Chef. Gets the Lombard, gets the Tetris up to 280. Baro good adjustment, seeing the Lombard coming. Knocks the Tetris down. Tetris for Chef. Chef filling out the left side. Sees the Lombard, gets it. Goes to 350. Baro up to 220. So Chef having amassed quite a lead here over Baro with 30 lines until transition. Ooh, Chef's board a bit up high. Oh, and a spire of squares forming, a Lombard dependency beside it. Oh, Chef, but having the well reopened. Masterful stacking. Avaro also doing quite well to get through that minor rough patch. About 10 lines left until transition. Oh, Chef's board is climbing. Holding out for a piece. We'll transition with that Tetris at 470. Bardo transitioning with some burns at 359. Chef set up, getting a Tetris. Bardo now just trying to survive. Waiting for Chef to line up, but Chef is just knocking down Tetris after Tetris here. Chef I-dependent. Now has that blocked off, able to get a Lombard over for one more Tetris, but this is gonna have to... Chef is gonna have to clean this up. And that will do it for Chef. 586, Abaro is your chase down. 586. And Abaro not able to get it done. We'll top out shortly after. Chef is good for game number 3, stays in this, avoids the sweep. Abaro not confident in chase down abilities. So Chef needed to take these next 2 games to stay in this, otherwise Abaro will steal the set. We have readies. Let's get game number 4 going in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players a Tetris on the board. Ooh, Chef, that will not do for perfection, but we'll get the Tetris out of it regardless. Both players practically tied, but it is still very early. Chef, though, in a bit of a complication that they will have to dig away. This might give Abaro a chance to pull ahead ever so slightly, but even a slight lead will get you most of the way there. Abaro gets a Lombard over, gets a Tetris. Chef gets the L. Has the well open. Oh, Chef's board really needing a Lombard and got the Lombard. Got 2 of them even for 2 good Tetrises, bringing the stack down. Bar's board also clean. Chef down by a Tetris. Has a ready board. Just needs the lumbar. Gets the lumbar, gets the Tetris. My cat is attacking my shoes. The player's knocking down more Tetrises. That's all this game is. It's Tetris, Tetris, Tetris. You know, when they were naming this game, they killed it with Tetris. This game sure is Tetris. Chef gets a lumbar over, but doesn't have a great board left behind. 232 faces 226 at the halfway mark. Tetris on Abaro's side. That's taken a lead. Chef's board of lumbar will get them a triple, but a lumbar is just not coming. It's nowhere to be found. Lumbar came, but board was just not ready for it, and that will do it for Chef at 248. Abaro 288 will indeed take the set. Chef, commiserations, but still, like, incredibly well played nonetheless. Hey, Abaro, thank you for the 100 bits. So that closes out the Division 4 Chef, finishing with 47 points. Solid chance that they will not be demoted, but we'll see. It depends on how Tomello finishes out their last two games against Richard. Wow, I'm super ahead of schedule. Because I'm not taking Equi and Violet until top of the hour. God damn. Well, that begs the question, do I stay alive or do I ask them if they're ready?